Dear students, we will continue with the lesson Uncle Ken. Before that, let me explain you the story in brief. Granny was cooking and Ruskin Bond was worried whether the food she prepared was tasty or no. Granny lived in small town and the town name was Dehradun, and she had a large house. With Granny, her brother's son was also staying. He is none other than Uncle Ken. Granny prepared roasted duck for Ruskin and for Uncle. Uncle had lost his job, so he had come to Granny's house to stay. Granny offered him a job as assistant master in Padre Lal's Academy for small boys. But Uncle was nervous because the boys made fun of him, they irritated him, so Uncle did not like.
Today we will continue with the same lesson. Uncle Ken, page number 16.
That's what I mean, said Uncle Ken. Somehow one expects more variety from you, and so Uncle Ken is saying, Auntie, you prepare very good dishes, very tasty dishes. So I was expecting more. I thought this time you will prepare something different, something more dishes for me. So I said that way.
All the same, he took 2 large helpings and ate most of the stuffing before I could get at it. I took my revenge by emptying all the apple sauce onto my plate. Uncle Ken knew I loved the stuffing, and I knew he was crazy about Granny's apple sauce. So we were even.
All the same, he took 2 large helpings and ate most of the stuffing before I could get at it. So what Uncle he did, he took 2 large helpings. Helpings means portion. He took large portion and ate all the stuffings. The poor boy, before he could take and eat, Uncle Ken, he finished everything. So what the boy did? I took my revenge by emptying all the apple sauce onto my plate. So what the boy did? He took a revenge. Revenge means he did what you know. He ate all the apple sauce which Uncle Ken was supposed to eat. But before Uncle Ken took that sauce, this boy, he took all the apple sauce and he ate by himself. Revenge is hurting someone. Uncle Ken knew I loved the stuffings, and I knew he was crazy about Granny's apple sauce. So we were even. Uncle Ken knew that the small boy loved the stuffing. Which stuffing? The roasted duck stuffing. But Uncle Ken did not give the small boy to eat. Uncle only ate all the stuffing. And I knew he was crazy about Granny's apple sauce. So what the boy knew? The boy knew that Uncle was very crazy of apple sauce which was prepared by Granny. He liked that apple sauce very much. So what the boy did? He did not give that to Uncle. He ate by himself. So we were even. So what he is saying? Both he didn't give me what I liked and what he liked I did not give. So both are done. When are you joining your parents? He asked hopefully over the jam tart. So who asked? Uncle asked the boy, when are you going back to your parents? You are still in auntie's house only from so many days. He was asking the boy. I may not go to them this year, I said. When are you getting another job, uncle? So the boy replied, I am not going back to them this year. Maybe after a year I will go and join them. Oh, I am thinking of taking a break for a couple of months. When Ruskin, the small boy, asked uncle, when you're getting new job, so uncle said, I am thinking of taking break for few months because he did not had any job now. So he is giving him the reasons that he want to take a break. That means he don't want to go for work for few months.
And how do you like your Uncle Ken? Asked Granny one day as she emptied the bones from his plate into the dog's bowl.
And how do you like your Uncle Ken? Asked Granny one day. One day, Granny and the small boy Ruskin were sitting. Granny asked him, do you like your uncle? How is he? As she emptied the bones from his plate into the dog's bowl. So he was eating all the bones she took from his plate and put it in the dog's bowl. So she asked the question. I wish he was someone else's uncle, I said. So what the boy said, what Ruskin said, I wish he was not my uncle, he was someone else's uncle. He is not so bad, really, just eccentric. He said, uncle is not so bad, but little bit something strange. I don't like him. What's eccentric? Oh, he's something strange. Sometimes he behave very odd. Oh, just like little crazy? At least crazy runs around the house, I said.
I've never seen Uncle Ken running.
So Granny asked, oh, just like little crazy. Students, here little crazy is Granny's pet dog's name. It is the dog's name. So the boy says, sometimes crazy runs around the house. But Uncle Ken, he never does any work. He just be lying on the bed or watching TV. So I don't like him. I have never seen Uncle Ken running. He says, I have never seen Uncle Ken running here and there. But I did one day. Oh, when? Okay, let us see when Uncle Ken ran. Let us see when he ran and who saw him running.
Mohan and I were playing marbles in the shade of the mango grove when we were taken back by the sight of Uncle Ken charging across the compound, pursued by a swarm of bees. He had disturbed the wild bees in their hive in a silk cotton tree. With the bees after him, Uncle Ken fled indoors and leaped into a tub of cold water.
Mohan and I were playing marbles in the shade of the mango grove when we were taken back by the sight of Uncle Ken charging across the compound. So, Ruskin, the small boy, say, I and Mohan, we were playing the marbles. Yes, where we were playing marbles? We were playing marbles under the mango tree. It was shade there, so we were playing. To my surprise, I saw Uncle Ken running across the compound. He was moving forward. He was running forward. Why he was running forward? Why? Because pursued by a swarm of bees. He had disturbed the wild bees in their hive in a cotton tree, in a silk cotton tree. What happened? Why uncle was running? Because there was a bee's hive in a silk cotton tree. He disturbed. He threw a stone. So all the bees started running after him. So Uncle Ken was running. He was escaping from them. From whom? From the bees. With the bees after him, Uncle Ken fled indoors and leaped into a tub of cold water. So all the bees came running behind him. They started biting him. What he did? He just went into the house, opened the door, and he jumped into cold water tub. I didn't knew Uncle Ken could run so fast, I said later that day. So Ruskin was thinking, oh, Uncle Ken run so fast. I didn't knew he was running so fast. The first day I saw him running because the bees were behind him. It's nature's way of compensating, said Granny. So Granny said he disturbed the bees' hay, so nature gave him punishment. So all the bees were coming behind him to bite. What's compensating? Making up for things. Now at least Uncle Ken knows that he can run. Isn't it that wonderful? Yes, now everyone came to know that even Uncle can run. Isn't it that wonderful? Yes. Yes, children, now we finish the chapter. Let me revise you the whole story once again. The story is about Ruskin Bond, his grandmother, and her nephew, Uncle Ken. It deals with the fun that children have at their grandparents' house. It talks about how grandmothers feel happy to treat their grandchildren. Ruskin Bond was a 9-year-old boy, loved to spend time at his grandmother's house. He had a very good appetite as a young fellow, and his grandmother also took pleasure in cooking new dishes and treating her grandson. Along with them stayed Uncle Ken, grandmother's nephew. Uncle Ken came to stay with grandmother whenever he lost his job and left whenever grandmother offered him a job as an assistant master in Padre Lal's Academy for Small Boys. Once Uncle Ken ate 2 nice helpings of roasted duck which Ruskin liked, and Ruskin finished off the special apple sauce, Uncle Ken's favorite, to take revenge. Once when Uncle Ken was being chased by a swarm of bees, Ruskin saw him run, something he had never seen him do. According to the author, nature has its own way of teaching humans. Like the bees taught Uncle Ken to run. That's all for today. We have completed the chapter.
Students, read the lesson carefully and try to recall the story. In my next class, I will continue with the grammar part. Thank you.